Welcome back. Today we are going to discuss May and June current affairs based questions part 4. In this video we are going to discuss 18 questions which covers some of the major topics. They are major schemes, environment or biodiversity, and word based questions. So let's take up questions. These first four questions are word based questions. Means you have to concentrate on these words when you are reading newspaper or current affairs, many institute current affairs magazine. Why? Because in 2017 I guess UPSC 18 I guess UPSC asked about IND-ARC, and in 2020 it has asked about Texas Intermediate. In 2017 it has asked about hackathon, just on words. Like this they have asked even in 2019, 2016, like that. So let's take up questions now. Which of the following statement is correct regarding Coast India? What is Coast India? Coast India is established or launched by India Observatory. It's a body which launched the Coast India. The main aim of this coast area is, the objective of this one is to reflect the movement of migrants in real time. Means it will collect migrants data. This dashboard is launched by Indian Observatory with collaboration with whom? Foundation for Ecological Security. With the collaboration with this institute, it has launched this. The main aim of is what? To monitor the migrants movements. For that it will collect data. This data will be available for even for the governments or NGOs. In last video we have discussed about National Disaster Management Authority also launched one portal. What is that? National Migration Information System, to maintain central repository of migrant workers, means data of migrants workers. So this is what you have to know about this Coast India. Let's see the option. It is a program launched by the Indian Police Guard to rescue Indian fishermen during disaster. Wrong. It is a program launched for protecting mangroves along Coast India. Wrong. It enables to monitor the movement of migrants. It is a program launched to monitor the oil spills. Answer is C. This is wrong. If you observe well, if you don't know this, what is Coast India, even UPSC will frame questions like this. Talks about the coast only everywhere. So you should not confuse with Coast India as a coastal area. It is just a portal or dashboard. To show you how confusion it will be, this type of question. That's why I have framed this type of options. Okay, come to next question. Which of the following statement is correct regarding missile park Agniprastha? This missile park Agniprastha foundation is laid at INS Kalinga. What is this INS Kalinga? It is an Indian Navy establishment reporting to Eastern Naval Command. The headquarters of Eastern Naval Command is Vizag, Visakhapatnam in Andhra Pradesh. But what is this about? This is about, it aims to capture glimpse of missile history. That's it. Of INS Kalinga. Now let's see the options. It aims to capture the glimpse of missile history of INS Kalinga. This is correct. It aims to increase the missile production in India. Wrong. It aims to develop missile research and technology. Wrong. It is founded to develop Rafale fighter jets. Wrong. See, these options also framed to make you understand that UPSC will try to confuse by taking this word and using this word everywhere. And if a Rafale fighter jets is very much in news, so most of the people may opt, if they don't know about this, they may opt D as answer. So you should definitely know precisely about this Agniprastha. Which of the following statement is correct regarding COBAS 6800? It is a newly found super Earth which is near to the Earth. It is newly found asteroid revolving around the moon. It is the first automatic coronavirus testing device. It is the first medicine produced to test against coronavirus. See, actually, if you observe, if NASA or any space station founds super Earth, they name that super Earth name will be more similar to this. They uses alphabets and numericals to name the super Earth. The same case with the asteroid also. They use alphabets and numericals. So you should not confuse with this name and with first two options. The first two options are wrong. Why? Because it is fully automated, high-end machine for performing RT-PCR. This machine can perform automatically more than 200 tests in 24 hours. It will not only perform the test for COVID-19, it also enables to detect the pathogens like hepatitis B and C, HIV, TB, etc. So answer is C. Consider the following statements regarding going online as leader goal. This is launched by the Ministry of Tribal Affairs in collaboration with Facebook India for empowering tribal women, not for men, it's women. Okay. This will enable to bridge the gap, that is digital gender gap. The main objective of this program is to provide mentorship to the tribal women. So let's see the options now. Consider the following statement regarding goal. The goal is a joint initiative of Facebook and Tribal Welfare Affair. Correct. It is designed to provide mentorship to tribal youth through digital mode. Correct. The program will focus on digital literacy, life skills and leadership and entrepreneurship. Correct. So answer is D. But these type of questions UPSC will ask every year at least 1 or 2 questions. What is this type? This is word type. You have to remember these words clearly whenever you read it. From here, questions based on scheme we will discuss. Scheme or program or project. Char Dham. Which of the following statement is or correct regarding Char Dham Pariyojana? What is Char Dham? In the Char Dham means, if you know Hindi, there is something for. It's talking about 4. What is this for? These 4 deals with the 4 places, that is Kedarnath, Badrinath, Yamunotri and Gangotri. The road construction takes place under this program to connect these 4 cities, 4 places. So where are these 4 places? These 4 places are in Uttarakhand. If it is Uttarakhand, here Yamunotri will be there, here Gangotri, here Kedarnath, here Badrinath. Yamunotri, Gangotri, Kedarnath, Badrinath. The project is under the Ministry of Road and Highway. One of the implementing agency is BRO, Border Road Organization. It is under the administration of Ministry of Defence. This project mode is implemented in BOT or EPC. Which one? Not BOT, it's EPC. What is the difference between BOT and EPC? In BOT, private players will have to arrange entire amount for investing in constructing road. Take example, after constructing road they have invested entire amount, right? So they will operate till they make profits. Means for many years they will operate, they will maintain this road. Okay, after getting back their money, profits, and they will give back this road to the government. Okay, this is about BOT. What about EPC? EPC is, here the entire money will be given by the government to private player. Private player have to just construct road. After constructing, he have to hand over the road to government. Private player will not have any role in road ownership or in toll collection or in maintenance. Everything will be taken care of the government. Private player will not have any role. These are the 2 models you should know. There is another third model also, that is hybrid annuity model. It is mixture of BOT plus EPC. In BOT, what player have to do? private player, he have to take care of his own finances. Here government will give money. So in this model, government will give 40% of project. If it is 100 rupees, the entire cost of project is 100 rupees, government will give 40 rupees, and the rest 60 rupees the private player have to arrange him by himself. So let's see the options now. The project is implemented by border road organization, correct? It's one of the implementing agency. If it is like only, means it is not correct. So the program enhance the connectivity to Kedarnath, Badrinath, Yamunotri, Gangotri, correct? Where is Kedarnath, Yamunotri, Gangotri? Here what? Here Yamunotri first, next Gangotri, next Kedarnath, next Badrinath. You should definitely remember this sequence from west to east. So it is correct. And the work under the program is implemented on BOT mode, wrong. So answer is A. Why not BOT mode? Because it is hilly area, right? No private player will come and invest entire amount for constructing road, because the revenues will be very less, but investment will be very high because it is hilly area. Constructing road in hilly area is not it's a very difficult task. There is requirement of high-end technologies which is very costly. Example, you should construct tunnels which cost a lot for a private player. So let's take up sixth question. Which of the following are correctly matched? Agriculture schemes and states. Rajiv Gandhi Kisan Nyaya Yojana, Raitu Bandhu, Kalya scheme. Odisha, Telangana is correct. This is Chhattisgarh. So it is wrong. Answer is B. But why this question I have asked you? Because these three schemes, including PM Kisan scheme, means 4 schemes, objective is same. They provide cash directly to the farmers. This is to encourage farmers to produce more crops and help them to get right price. How it will help them to produce more crops is a question mark, because when you are giving money to farmers for every season, every crop season, farmer will have cash in his hand. What he will do? He will take rent of machineries or equipment, and he tries to modernize his agriculture land. With modernizing his agriculture land, what happens? His output will increase, and he will try to do agriculture every season, every crop season, in Kharif, that is in Kharif, in Rabi or in Zaid season. For information, this Rajiv Gandhi Kisan Nyaya Yojana, Chhattisgarh will give 10,000 rupees per hectare, per acre to farmers, for every farmer. Okay, this does not include tenants or landless laborers. Even PM Kisan does not include tenants and landless laborers. And Raitu Bandhu is given to the people who own farming land. Means definitely landless laborers are excluded. But Kalai Odisha scheme gives money to farmers, tenants and landless laborers also. So this is about this question. Now come to the 7th question. With reference to Rozgar Setu scheme, which of the following statement is correct? This is a scheme launched by the Madhya Pradesh, and Madhya Pradesh became a first state to launch such scheme. This scheme deals with the migrant laborers who return back to their home due to lockdown, and in these migrant labor who are skilled laborers will be provided employment. Setu means bridge, right? So this scheme acts as a bridge connecting worker with employer. So now let's see the options. The Uttar Pradesh government, so wrong, it is Madhya Pradesh government. The state government will act as a setu between workers and employers so that both are benefited, correct. It will help secure employment for skilled workers who have returned back to their homes and were employed at industries elsewhere, correct. If you eliminate 1 1 1, you will get answer B. Look at the 8th question. Consider the following statement regarding National Career Service Project. It is a 5-year mission mode project launched in 2015. So it has been more than 5 years now. It works under the Ministry of Labor and Employment. It has 3 pillars. 1. ICT. 2. Establishing model career centers. 3. Interlinking all states through employment exchanges. These are the 3 pillars of this project. Now let's see the options. It is a 5-year mission mode project. What is within the umbrella of e-governance plan, correct. It is implemented by Ministry of Labor and Employment, correct. It aims to set up countrywide model career centers, correct. So answer is D. With reference to the Nagar 1 scheme, which of the following statements is or correct? This scheme is launched by the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. What is the objective of this scheme? To develop 200 urban forest. Means this scheme is only for the urban areas, not to the rural areas. You should remember this. Should not get confused in the examination if UPSC asks this question. Urban forest across the country in 5 years. The inspiration came for launching this type of scheme is Varje Urban Forest. This is the scheme followed in Pune. So all over India means it is a big scheme. So finance, from where it comes? It comes from the CAMPA. What is CAMPA? Compensatory Afforestation Fund. This is established under Compensatory Afforestation Fund Act 2016. If in this fund, if there is 100 rupees, 90 rupees will go to states and 10 rupees will be retained by the center. Who will pay money to these funds? If there is a land, if this is a forest, completely forest, but here some mining area is there, one guy wants to do mining here and government will give permission to mine here. This guy will clear entire forest. If this land is 10 acres, okay, clear entire forest. For this compensating, he will give money to the fund. For planting trees in 10 acres of non-forest area or somewhere in forest area. So this is about the Nagar 1 scheme. It aims to develop 200 forest forest area, urban forestry across the country in the next 5 years, correct? Vadje urban forest will be considered role model, correct? The scheme emphasize people's participation, collaboration between the forest department and municipal bodies, correct? When 1, 2, 3 is correct, answer is D. Come to the 10th question. Consider the following statements. Project Tiger. Because this question talks about Project Tiger, we have to know that in India there is Project Tiger, 2 Project Elephant, Project Hungle, Project Snow Leopard, Project Rhinoceros, Sea Turtle Project, Indian Crocodile Conservation Project. Project Tiger, first, it is established in 1973 in Jim Corbett. It is taken care by the National Tiger Conservation Authority and it is central sponsored scheme. Project Elephant is implementing Mike. This program is belongs to cities. This one is also centrally sponsored scheme and it is launched in 1992. Project Hungle is a collaboration between Jammu and Kashmir and IUCN and WWF. This Hungle is critically endangered animal. This project is started in 2010. You should remember the year. UPSC may ask to arrange chronologically. This one is 1973. This is about the Project Hungle. This is about Project Snow Leopard. Project Snow Leopard. Snow leopard is vulnerable species. First it was endangered species but now downgraded as a vulnerable by IUCN. Okay, it has been launched in 2009. Indian Rhino Vision 2020 has been launched in 2005 by the Assam government, means Assam State Forest Department and WWF and International Rhinoceros Foundation. It is in collaboration of these 3 organization in 2005 Project Rhino means Indian Rhino Vision 2020 has been launched. Sea Turtle project has been launched in 1999 by the Ministry of Environment and Forest in collaboration with WII means Wildlife Institute of India. Indian Crocodile Conservation Project was launched in 1975 after Project Tiger by the Ministry of Environment and Forest. So these 7 projects you should definitely remember, and in crocodile you should remember Gharial crocodile. UPSC may ask whether it is endangered or critically endangered or vulnerable or something like this, so you should remember about this crocodile also. So now let's see the option. The Project Tiger is an ongoing centrally sponsored scheme of the Environment, Forest and Climate Change National Tiger Conservation Authority, statutory body which implements the Project Tiger. Okay, you should understand it is statutory body it is established under Wildlife Act 1972. The chairman of this body is Ministry of Environment and Forest. Is constituted under wrong. It is not under, it is Wildlife Act. So you remove 3, 3, 3, 3. Answer is A. Now which of the following statement is or correct regarding Atal Mission for Rejuvenation and Urban Transformation? This is known as Amrut. It is launched in 500 cities. Okay, its objectives is 1. Universal water supply, improvement in sewerage network, developing child and Divyang friendly green spaces means parks, improvement in storm water drainage, and non-motorized urban transport. So these 5 objectives, main objectives of the Amrut. So what is it has been 5 years, right? What are the achievements it has made? Can be mains question. So 70 lakh water tap connections it has provided, 45 lakh sewerage and steepage connections it has provided, and online building permission system across 44 cities out of 500 cities has been established, and water ATMs installed. Okay, these are the achievements. So this is what you have to know. So what are the options? It provides universal water supply and improvement in sewerage network, correct. It is implemented across 500 cities, correct. Fiscal sludge treatment plans were established under, correct. Answer is D. So on which with reference to the Prime Minister Matsya Sampada Yojana, which of the following statement is correct? This scheme deals with the fisheries. Matsya means fisheries. So what is the significance of fisheries in India? The fishery sector contributes 6.8% of agriculture GDP in India. Okay, first point. Second point, it contributes to 19.23% of agriculture exports. Third point, more than 16 billion fishermen are dependent on this sector. Fourth one, of the total fish production, 65% comes from the inland fish production, and remain rest marine fish production. These 4 points you should remember when you are writing mains answer. This can be your introduction, or you can be write in somewhere in main body. Now, what about the scheme? The scheme aims to increase the fish production from 37 million lakh metric tons to 220 lakh metric tons. It aims to increase the annual growth about 9% in fish production. It aims to double the export earning to about 1 lakh crore by 2024. This is also 2024. Okay. It aims to enhance the aquaculture productivity from 3 tons to 5 tons per hectare. It aims to reduce post-harvest losses, which is at present 20 to 25%. It aims to reduce to 10%. So there are many aims like this, but these are the main aims. If you remember, you can easily write main exam answers, because they may ask discuss the scheme features or potentiality or prospects, anything. This will help to write, or in prelims also they may ask these facts, so better to know. So answer, it is implemented with 2 separate components, namely central sector scheme and centrally sponsored scheme. Yes, this is also true, because it is one of the features of the scheme. The scheme will provide 11 crores. In these 11 crores, 9 crores will go for the infrastructure development in the fisheries. This is extra information that I am giving, and so this is true, and this is true, and it deals with the development of fishing harbors and cold chain. Yes, 9,000 goes for the infrastructure, means this thing. Okay, this is also true. Answer is D. Come to the next question, 13th one. Consider the following statement regarding Prime Minister's Employment Guarantee Program. It is a credit-linked subsidy program launched in 2008. First point, and second point is it is central sector scheme, and third point is it comes under Ministry of MSME. Fourth point is its objective is to provide employment opportunities by enable people to establish micro enterprises in where rural areas and urban areas. So you have to remember, this is a scheme for both rural areas and urban areas. And who is the implementing agency for of this scheme? KVIC, Khadi Village Commission. What is Khadi Village Industrial Commission. For every scheme there will be eligibility, right? The eligibility is above 18 years, because it's an employment guarantee scheme, right? In India, below 18 years is a child. We consider him as child, and so child working anywhere is prohibited under child labor. So let's see the options. Any individual above 18 years is eligible. The scheme is implemented by Khadi Village and Village Industries Commission. Neither collateral or any third party guarantee is insisted by the government. Correct. B. The extra information is the maximum cost for manufacturing sector is 25 lakhs and service sector is 10 lakhs. Okay, the government will provide subsidy for this. Okay, in rural areas, because the scheme is implemented in both rural areas and urban areas. For general category, it is 25% of subsidy is given in rural areas, and in for SC/ST people 35% is given. In urban areas, for general category it is 15% given. For SC/ST people it is 25. Special category people 25% is given. This is the extra thing you have to know. And the question number 14, consider the following statement regarding the defense testing infrastructure scheme. Defense testing infrastructure scheme is of 400 crores scheme. It aims to develop indigenous defense sector or defense production by encouraging the domestic industries. Okay, government will provide 75% of total cost as a grant in aid, and 25% should be borne by the special purpose vehicle. It will be constituted by both private and state government. These private entities should be registered in India. Means they should be Indian companies. Means they should be registered, means automatically if foreign country company registered in India, it will become Indian company. Through this, the special focus will be given to MSMEs. So this is all about the defense testing infrastructure scheme. It is to promote indigenous defense production with special focus on participation of MSME. Correct. The projects under the scheme will be provided up to the 75% of government funding. Correct. Under the scheme, the special purpose will be constituted by private entities only. Wrong. So wrong. Say answer is A. Come to the 15th question. It is about the Atal Pension Yojana. It is launched in 2015, 5 years completed. So there is high probability that UPSC may ask again. So the Atal pension means it pension itself shows that it is a pension scheme. Okay, who is eligibility for this pension scheme? Any citizen of India. Okay, age limit will be 18 to 40 years. Okay, when you will get pension after you attain 60 years, you will get pension. The contribution will be between 1000 to 5000 rupees.